And hopefully very excited about is the next round of hardware upgrades in Taiwan. So I think everyone is aware that performance has not been what we would want for Taiwan. We've been working very hard with our NetOps team to get some hardware ordered, and I'm happy to announce that the plan is that the new hardware will go live in Taiwan tomorrow. So I can't say that plan won't change, but that is our goal right now, is for the new hardware to come online tomorrow. The next thing I want to talk about is the WoW Achievement Reward Program. So this is something I don't have too many details on. There's going to be a website that goes live tomorrow, and it's going to have, it's basically a promotion for players who participate in achievements in order to win real-world prizes. So we're really excited about that. So we have two things that we're working on for that. The first one is the hardware upgrades that go live tomorrow are going to significantly help that problem. I think the most important piece is what's coming with the next patch, which is 3.2. So one of the problems that we've had is that Wintergrasp is just too popular. So we have lots of people who go to the battleground, and it's more than we anticipated. So with 3.2, we're actually introducing a queuing system that players will actually have to queue in order to participate in Wintergrasp. And we won't let a number of players into the battleground that is larger than the hardware can support. And so hopefully after 3.2 comes out, we'll have a good play experience for everyone. But that is a significant problem that we've had, and we think we have it solved at this point. Yeah, that is definitely something that we look at. The goal for the game is for players to be able to beat content. We do think that the new loot rewards are going to make it easier. So the new loot rewards that come out with 3.2 are going to make it easier to defeat those bosses. And also, we're not removing there's a meta achievement that has a dragon for doing all the achievements for Old War, and we're not removing that dragon. So we're not removing that reward rather. And so the idea is for that some guilds are actually going to get some gear that comes out of 3.2 and then go and finish their Old War experience, which we think is great. If not enough people have beat Algalon, then yeah, we will definitely consider making it a little bit easier. There's actually a word for that from the old school mud days called mudflation. And what that means is, over time, players are going to get the best gear in the game. And the way that works is the very hardcore players go out and they get the best gear, and then they help the less hardcore players to get the best gear, and then they help the very casual players get the best gear. And so the principle is that over time, everyone has the best gear in the game. And the way to combat that or counteract that or give people new challenges is to keep raising the gear that we give out. And so the term for that is mudflation, and we're okay with that. That's sort of part of the game, that's sort of part of the design. As time goes on, we'll introduce, I imagine, new stats and new things and new ways of doing things. So if we introduce the resilience stat a few expansions back, we may have new stats and things like that we introduce, but that's part of the game design. Yeah, so actually right now, we do think that players are a little bit too bursty. They can do a little bit too much burst damage. We think we undershot the latest gear by about 15%, so we think players need to be about 15% more durable, and there's a lot of different ways that we could solve that. And as far as I know, we haven't decided on which way, but that is a definite issue that we're going to solve. Yeah, we've talked about doing microtransactions in WoW for almost 5 years now. I mean, it is a very popular model for a lot of games. We don't have any intention to turn WoW into a free game or to turn it into a primary microtransaction game. So if we did do microtransactions, it would be just a small part, just a way for players to get things that they otherwise couldn't. It would not be the major way that people play the game. Yeah, we're very happy with the way people play the game right now. Sure. So we actually made a pretty big change from the Burning Crusade philosophy to the Wrath of the Lich King philosophy. Burning Crusade, kind of looking back on it, we feel like players were, well, a lot of people have called it Skittles, where the colors are very different and don't really match very well. With Burning Crusade, or with the Wrath of the Lich King rather, we've really tried to get a lot more harmony in the color choice, a lot more looking like full sets, and you can have things that actually go together, that work together. You know, in terms of what the design and what the future is, you know, we sort of decide what the design for the future is when we get there. One thing that we are doing with 3.2, which is a little bit different for us, is the tier sets have traditionally been class-based. This time they're going to be faction-based. And so there will be Horde-specific gear that comes out of 3.2, and there will be Alliance-specific gear that comes out of 3.2. And the way that's designed is along the different armor types. So there's a kind of a cloth set, and then all the cloth classes will have some kind of version of the cloth set. There's a mail set, there's a leather set, there's a plate set. And so that'll be kind of really the first time that we're doing faction-specific gear, and we'll see how that goes, see how players like that, and then kind of make the right decision for what comes next. Sure, I mean, we're big game players, and so we're looking at all games and all things that are going on. And we have a lot of people who actually play Asian games on our team, and so yeah, we'll definitely naturally be influenced by that. I don't think we have the attitude that we're going to specifically go out and try to emulate one region or one culture style. We're going to come up with what our own style is. And some of it will be influenced by Asian games, some influenced by Western games, some influenced by, you know, by all types of games. So, yeah.